Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to install ICI's Magnum rear bumper on this 2017 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so the first thing that we need to do is remove our factory rear bumper. Now we've already gone ahead and done that. We've had some aftermarket bumpers on and off of this truck already. Now if you need help with that, check out our video on how to remove your factory rear bumper. After that, we're going to move into putting on our new brackets. So now we're going to take one of our brackets. We're on the passenger side. So we have our passenger side bracket. It's going to be 3 holes on one side. That part is actually going to go into the frame with it facing up. So your 2 larger holes are going to be to the bottom and then a smaller hole at the top. And then if you look at the outside of your bracket, you're going to have 4 other holes that are going to match up with the holes on your bumper. And on the opposite side, you're also going to have a brace piece that's welded on. That needs to be facing the inside of the truck. So once you have your right bracket, we're just going to hold it up against our frame, match it up with the holes 1, 2, and 3 in our frame. The bottom 2 holes, we're going to use a larger bolt and washer, go through the frame, through our bracket, and on the other side, we're going to get a washer, lock washer, and a nut. We're just going to leave that one loose for right now. Then our hole directly above that, we're going to use the same bolt and washer. Go through, again, our frame and then our bracket. And then again, we're going to use another washer and then a lock washer and a nut. And our last hole up at the top is going to be a smaller hole. So we're going to use a smaller bolt and washer. Again, feed that through the front. You might have to lift up on your bracket so that the holes line up. But once you get everything lined up, you can push it through, and then we're again going to use a washer, a lock washer, and a nut. Might be kind of tight, so just be patient, just like that. And then you're going to go ahead and repeat that on the opposite side. Now we're going to use a level to make sure the front of our bracket is perpendicular to the ground. And then once we have that, we're going to use a 3/4 socket and wrench to tighten down the 2 larger bolts. Make sure as you're tightening down, you're keeping an eye on your level, adjusting if necessary. Once you have one bolt tight, you should be good. It shouldn't move anywhere on you. And then you can go ahead and tighten up the other large bolt. Once you get those 2 tight, you can use a 9/16 wrench and socket to tighten up the smaller bolt. And you're going to repeat that on the opposite side. Now we're looking at the back of our bumper, and what we're going to do now is transfer our factory components over to this bumper, starting with our trailer plug. That's going to be right here. You can see the funny little shape. That's going to match the shape on the back of our plug. And we're just going to push that in from the front. It's going to have locking tabs on the sides, 2 metal ones. If they don't engage when you push it through, just take a flathead screwdriver, pull those out. Just like that, and that'll give, it's nice and solid in there. Next we're going to install our access cover for our spare tire. Again, that's just going to go in through the front, and then you want to make sure that your tube is facing the same direction that you need it to when you put it back, so it should be facing towards the inside of the truck. You're going to take a metal spacer, put that over the top of that, and now your instructions are going to say to use the teethed clip that comes with your factory bumper. Now again, like we said in the beginning, we've had some aftermarket bumpers on and off this truck, so we don't have that anymore. If we did, I would use it, but instead I'm going to use this band clamp And I'm just going to tighten that down right on top of our spacer. And that's going to hold that in place. Now if you're using the teethed clip, again, it's going to do the same thing. You just want to put that over the top of the spacer, and then you want to bend those teeth in to hold this access cover in place. Next, we're going to install our sensor housings into our bumper. And those, again, you just match up the grooves and push it in from the front. We're going to do that on all 4 holes in the front of the bumper. Now with all of our housings in place, we can reinstall our sensors. And those are just going to push into the housings. You're going to do that on all 4 locations. Make sure you hear it click into place. Next, we're going to take our bolt plates, install them through our bumper so that the studs are sticking out. And then we're going to use retaining washers, thread those on, and go all the way down with it. And that's going to hold those in place so that when we go to put this on our brackets that we put on our frame, it'll sit up there nice and tight and we won't have to worry about it. We do the same thing on the other side. Again, just thread that all the way down. Then you're going to want to repeat that on the opposite side. So now you're going to need help from a friend, but we're just going to lift the bumper up and set it onto our brackets. You also want to make sure that your access for your spare tire goes in where it's supposed to. Now with our bumper in place, we're going to use a washer, a lock washer, and a nut on each of our studs. There should be 4 on each side, and we're just going to leave these loose for right now. Now with all of your nuts loosely installed and your bumper aligned, we can go ahead and tighten down all of our bolts, and that's going to be a 3/4 inch ratcheting wrench or a socket. Now we're going to repeat that on the 2 nuts on the other side of our bracket, and then repeat that whole process on the other side. Okay guys, the last thing you need to do is wire in your license plate light and plug in your factory wiring harness. But that's going to complete the installation. If you have any questions, give us a call or visit us online.